Turning now to some staggering findings from the CDC. In a recent study, the agency reported an increase in adverse mental health conditions associated with COVID-19, stating that 1 in 4 young people between the ages of 18 and 24, say they have considered suicide.
And to talk more about a campaign centered on bringing awareness to these struggles is the president and co-founder of the Born This Way Foundation, Cynthia Germanotta. Cynthia, hello. How are you doing today?
Hello, I'm well. Thank you for having me.
It is so good to see you. We're going to get into all of those stats and the numbers that my co-anchor here was just talking about. But we have to ask you as well. You are the mama of someone we know very well, Lady Gaga, and she has been in the news a lot lately, of course, because of what happened with her dogs that were kidnapped at gunpoint. The dog walker was actually shot, Ryan Fisher. So since that's been in the news so much, we just want to ask, how is everybody doing now after that just horrific ordeal?
Thank you so much. It's very kind of you to ask. And considering the circumstances, everybody is doing okay, and we're on the path toward healing. And of course, sending Ryan our best wishes and prayers every single day.
Oh, yes, us too. We are glad to know that everyone is okay now at this point. Now, we want to talk about people who are suffering, and we've talked about the ripple effects of this pandemic, and we just heard those statistics about the mental health of frankly, a lot of our young people. 25%, as we just read, considered suicide, which is just remarkable. The rates of depression, suicide, anxiety disorders, all on the rise. So you are calling this, and it makes a lot of sense, the epidemic of hopelessness. What are you doing to try and overcome that?
The CDC report that you mentioned earlier is a very, very alarming one. And in fact, that 1 in 4 was over a 30-day period. So we are working very hard every day to reduce those statistics by equipping young people with the resources that they need and eliminating the stigma around mental health. So we have teamed up with our friends and partners, Find Your Anchor, to create a very creative suicide prevention tool. It's called pleasestay.us. It's a very, very simple one, and it encourages everyone to sign the pledge and to stay with us. It's born out of lived experience. The founder, Allie, is actually a 4-time suicide attempt survivor, and I'm so in awe of her for sharing her experiences and giving other young people the courage to go on and to continue. So we're really encouraging everyone to sign this pledge. There's many, many resources on the pleasestay.us resource site. It's very simple. It's so important. And so important that we're actually putting up billboards across the country because we want young people everywhere to see it.
This is something you have experienced as well when it comes to your own daughter. And what would you tell other parents here in terms of, Robach here mentioned the numbers, 18 to 24. So young folks, so parents, what should they look out for in their kids, so warning signs?
It's very challenging as parents. I will say I was not fully equipped. I didn't understand the warning signs. Unfortunately, 50% of mental health issues develop by the age of 14. And my daughter was one of those statistics. And I wish that I was better equipped. When you don't really know what someone is thinking, it's important to look for changes in mood and behavior and thought. And it can range from feeling more isolated, being secluded in your room, acting out erratic types of behavior, and in more serious conditions, extreme sadness and depression, and maybe even tying up loose ends. So there are some very clear warning signs, and many of them are on the pleasestay.us site. As well as on the Born This Way Foundation site.
Cynthia Germanotta, we want to thank you so much with this important life-saving message. Thank you for joining us today. We appreciate you taking the time, and we want to remind our viewers, if you or a loved one are struggling, call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. We have the number for you, 1-800-273-8255, or text TALK to 741-741 for free, confidential, emotional support. It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Even if it feels like it, you are not alone. I just love the Please Stay campaign. Incredible.
Cynthia, again, thank you so much, and we hope to see you possibly down the road. Thanks so much.
Thank you. I hope so too.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.